CPPCC member Xu Niansha knows what he's talking about in steering China's Poly Group to its current shape and size. That's one of the key state-owned enterprises of China. He tells us why breaking with the past is important for enterprises to grow in tonight's Straight Talk right after this break. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
If we move together, we can have a dance.
Straight into the eyes.
Poverty alleviation achievement in China is unprecedented. To me, it's a responsibility.
Straightforward and straight into the new era.
To know more and to sense more.
Straight Talk with Tian Wei from the 2 sessions. So let's go to the Straight Talk on World Insight with me, Tian Wei. Let's boast the name and the style of our exclusive interview series featuring big names coming from all walks of life in China. A person, a talk, a day during the ongoing political season. Today, let's meet Xu Niansha, a CPPCC member and also the chairman of China's Poly Group, that is one of the key state-owned enterprises in China. This year marks the 40 years anniversary of China's reform and opening up, and a part of the ongoing efforts is to deepen reforms among state-owned enterprises. The Poly Group is a good example of a growing Chinese enterprise after doing quite well in the global market. In 1992, the company started as a small company dealing with arms, but it has expanded its businesses in more than 100 cities worldwide through trade, real estate, and cultural cooperation. Xu Niansha shared his thoughts on how his organization is taking the lead to transform its business practices to grow with China's economy.
From an arms dealer to now a global conglomerate. How did it happen?
When the people call us the arm dealers, so I want to correct them. So our business is defense equipment.
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
right.
Whatever. The police established is the Chinese, the PLA still want to the modernizations. They need to change the equipment. That's the reason. So they established the Poly company. It's easy for the through the Poly the company to contact with the Western countries.
You imported Black Hawks, Russian jets as well. Quite advanced equipment then.
The police have some the role.
But since then you have changed.
Changed a lot. That time it's our 100% the business. Now it's only our 3% the business is equipment, the defense equipment.
I see. So you got real estate.
Okay.
You got investment. You also have arts and culture. Which among the 3 is the most important to you?
From the size, we can say the real estate business is more the contribution to the whole companies.
But Poly started as a real estate developer.
Yes, it's our the main business.
And you're going to continue that path for a long time?
We have the long histories. I think that more than 10 years the real estate business. In the future, still is our business, but the cultural business still is very important.
Tell me more about it.
Our 3 sectors. The first is the auction, the artworks dealing. The second is the performance. The third one is the film or movie business. Okay.
You got a big smile on your face when you're talking about your arts and culture sector. Obviously, you have shown your attitude.
Every year we organize 8,000 performance. Some of we outside China, some of the introduced from the foreign countries. So the people enjoy the performance, even in the foreign countries. The auction house It ranked as number 3rd in the whole world. So we're still very proud of it.
You are very proud.
Yes, even like our movie sector, so it's a small, but we have the more chance to communicate with Hollywood, the very famous directors, even like the movie stars.
You met some of them?
Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
It's my job. I just want to do the business, and almost no chance to enjoy. So just discuss what kind of areas we can cooperate, or give us some advising or suggestions, what they want in China, or what they need, the Chinese company to involve the business.
But Mr. Xu, I think you are enjoying yourself. I mean, over the decades, think about it, Mr. Xu. You started as a soldier in the Navy, and then reform opening up, you jumped into the sea of business, literally. And now you become almost, quote, a captain of a global conglomerate. So it seems that you are enjoying yourself.
Now we are ranked in the 341st top 500 Fortune. So, but I don't think some big change.
Really?
Yes, I don't think it's a jump.
Why not?
When I was in the Navy, I was the captain from the boat and the frigate vessel. Now, Poly, it is almost like the aircraft carrier, the fleet. So, I am the commander.
I like that analogy, Mr. Xu.
So, no difference. Try to do my best with principles. During the spring, the holidays, 6 days, the holidays, I read the book, the principles.
Ray Dalio's book,
Ray
the
Dalio's
latest one, the hot one.
Yeah, sure.
So actually, he's talking about a decision-making process in which you only wait for the best idea to come, and you only implement the best idea. Is that how you do things?
Try to do the best. Ray Dalio call it idea meritocracy.
Now China is trying to restructure its economy, supply side restructuring of its economy. How has Poly Group been doing according to it?
So for the state-owned company, we have to obey the state, the order, and the plan. Give you an example, we quit from the coal business. So we transfer a company who owned 27 billion Chinese yuan assets. We transfer the assets to another company freely.
Oh my God, so you just quit?
Yes.
27 billion RMB
Yes.
going to a totally different company.
Sure.
It hurts.
Of course, it's pain. It's painful. The employees, they have the very strong feelings, connections with the Poly. Yeah. But it is our responsibility. So we should do that.
Belt and Road Initiative. How can you do your best? I mean, it's a great idea, Mr. Xu. I know you and your organization is also working on it. But think about that. You want to make sure your investment projects are going to be commercially viable, not just now, but in the long term. Can they be done?
We have the investment, the committee. They make the decision.
So every time they make the decision?
Every time they make the decisions. And they give the suggestions to the general manager. And the general manager, so they pass the general manager meeting, send the decisions to the board. So we're still voting. I only have the one vote.
This year, Mr. Xu, marks 40 years of reform opening up in China. I mean, look at Poly Group. That's a product of reform opening up. You yourself as well. So if I ask you, Mr. Xu, what are some of the most important parts of the experiences and takeaways we should have about reforms and opening up over the past 40 years that would help us to make progress for the future What would you say?
Without the Chinese Communist Party, or without Deng Xiaoping, without Xi Jinping, like the kind of the leader of our party, we cannot imagine the open policy. We cannot imagine the modernizations. So we can overcome so many the barriers and the difficulties, the situations. Mm-hmm. So I think it's the first. The second one, liberalize the production force. So you can compare China with the developing countries.
Chinese are always very hardworking.
Yes, very hardworking.
They have a lot of dreams too.
Too many dreams. Very nice dreams. So even our staff, the employee in the poly, the China dream and the poly dream and the personal dream.
And you have the responsibility, probably, Mr. Xu, to help fulfill those dreams.
Yes, I have the responsibility. I try to do my best.
That's Xu Niansha, a CPPCC member and chairman of the Poly Group. That is one of the key state-owned enterprises in China, talking about how his company has been transformed itself to fit into the time. And that is all the time we have for today. If you'd like to see more, try to find us World Insight CGTN into your search engine, or check out our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Sina Weibo. From me, Tian Wei, and everyone on the World Insight team, thanks for watching, and tune in again next time for insights across China and around the world. The weekend is up, so enjoy a good one, everyone.